Okay, hello everybody, and thank you for coming back to today's channel because I know it's been a very long time since I've uploaded. I have one more project to do in the van for the conversion, and I'm actually going to split it into 3 separate videos so that way it doesn't take so long to come out. We're going to do one video for the bedroom. All of the furniture for the bedroom will be one video, and then we're going to move to the outside. We're going to put a Reese hitch, and we got to install a gray water tank, and we have to install a shower. After that, we're going to move to the kitchen, basically the rest of the van. On top of that, I have about 4 other videos planned before those come out. I do apologize for the long wait, but things should hopefully start turning around for the channel. While you guys were gone, we've had a lot happen. Besides the conversion project, we've had 2 birthday parties. We've had graduations. We've had new help arrive and all kinds of things. So I do apologize, but it's been hectic the past 6 months, I would say. I just want to butt in really quickly because I did not do a very good job of explaining myself today's video. So in today's video, all we are doing is screwing in the plywood to both the walls and the ceiling, and we're putting in wallpaper. It's very simple. I just didn't really explain that very well. So we're just putting up all plywood in as many places as we can, screwing it into wherever we can, and then afterwards we're putting wallpaper over the whole thing. That's really all we're doing in today's video. I just wanted to make that a little bit more clear. Back to the actual video. Thank you guys so much for sticking around. I know you guys have been waiting a long time, but go down and hit that like button, comment, and subscribe. Also turn on that bell notification because we're almost done with the conversion videos and we're having some cool videos coming out. So you definitely don't want to miss those. Hit that bell, it'll notify you when I post again. And without further ado, because I know you guys have been waiting a very long time, let's just jump straight into the first clip. Okay, so my camera died in the middle of the last clip. I don't know how much I got done, but I got this piece up. But after putting this piece up, I've noticed I completely forgot to cut out a hole for the van. So I took my drill bit and I got a little starter hole going. Now I'm gonna very cautiously cut this out with the Dremel that Garrett has for me. Okay, so we went ahead and chopped out a hole for our fan. It works really well. As you can see, I screwed up a little bit right here. I'm gonna be able to put a little bit of putty right there, wallpaper over it. Once the wallpaper's up, you shouldn't be able to notice that. Same thing with right here. There's a little hole right here that I thought the fan was, but it wasn't here. Besides that, everything is good. Now we're gonna move on to the next piece of actual subfloor. I think we're actually gonna do the walls next because we need to be able to run the wires underneath the ceiling so we can put our lights in. So I'm gonna hold off until next weekend when we buy all of our lights and stuff. I have some other pieces that I can already put in. I'm gonna go ahead and put in some pieces like that. Okay, so we went and bought a couple of lights. We have these 2 guys. They're 8-inch halo discs, and they're gonna be pretty easy to put in. We're gonna put it in the wall, and then these straps here just go on top of the wall, so that way it kind of suctions and pinches. We're gonna put one over the bed and then one over the kitchen area. And then we also have 2 Wi-Fi lights that are gonna go near the bed as well. They're gonna be operated through a separate light switch. And then once they're turned on, we can connect them to our phone. When we're done kind of working for the day and we kind of just wanna relax in the van, we'll be able to throw on some dimmer lights so that way it's not quite as bright. Okay, so we have our template up for our light. We're gonna go ahead and get a drill bit that is going to cut a hole in the plywood about 1 inch in diameter, and then we're going to go ahead and use the Dremel to cut away to the circle that you see up there. So that's the plan. Okay, so we got our first hole cut. We're gonna make sure it fits. I tried to cut it a little bit in on the Sharpie so we could take more back. No way we did a first try, dude. We ain't never do first try. Dude, see that? Okay, so a little update what we've done last night. We got these two lights in, and now that I'm looking at it, of course, they don't line up perfectly. This light that you can see that's in focus, that's closest to you guys, this guy was an absolute pain to put in. I mean, I just spent 2 hours today fixing it because it wasn't flush up against the wood, and now I've moved it and it's not even with that light, so that's amazing. And I also spent like 2 hours yesterday working on that light, so that light has been majority of my weekend, and it's still not perfect. So I'm probably just gonna leave it, even though they're not perfect. They do still work. The other thing that we have done since yesterday is I went ahead and added 2 more pieces of plywood. Now I'm gonna move on to more pieces of plywood. Let's hope it goes well. We'll see. Okay, so a quick update. I got this wall over here almost done. If I can tilt it down here, I got a lot of it finished off here. Still working on it a little bit. We have all of this done, all of this done. This little white piece right here, it sticks out. It's just gonna be in our closet. It's gonna be a really weird shape to block it off, and I don't think it's really that needed to be blocked off. It's gonna be in our closet covered by clothes, so you're not gonna see it. I still gotta put a plywood piece inside this black part. I've been kind of holding it off because I'm a little scared to do it, but it needs to get it done. So, and Garrett is going ahead. You can see him over there. He is about to install our lights that are gonna go right up here and on the other side, our bedroom lights basically. But yeah, I'm gonna continue on and crack out some more walls, and I will see you guys in a minute. Okay, so I think I got this piece cut out for right here, so I'm gonna attempt. It really mutilated my insulation. So give me 1 second. I want to get all this back in order. And as you can see with this dangling, we went ahead and got this piece hooked up. It's not up here right now because I'm trying to put this piece in. It was kind of getting in the way, so let's try this again. So at first, I go behind and I push it up as much as I can. And then the plan is to just shimmy it back if the insulation will allow me to. And I think I got it. Perfect, so that is one piece up. Make sure it's all the way down. Hold on. Okay, so that is fairly good. And like I said, we're gonna take one of these pieces. Not any of these, but I'll get a different good piece, usable piece, and slide it in like that. Screw in there, and then the other piece will screw in there. Okay, and then we're just gonna obviously push this side in. It's a little bit harder because of the wires on this side because of this outlet here. I think with a little maneuvering we can do it. Okay, so the issue is up here in this corner. It seems to have the wires right behind it, and I got to figure out a way to put it back there. So give me just a second and I will show you guys when it's all in, and I'll show you how I'm screwing it in. Okay, so I got it in there, and now that it's in there, I've came to the realization that I'm gonna have to build a little cup, like an L-shaped bracket thing here, so that way I can hide all the wires. Otherwise, these wires are gonna be exposed, and I don't really like that. So this piece is now in. I'm gonna show you me screwing it in, and it's done. I'll go ahead and put this back up there too. Okay, so I have to make some more pocket holes for that, and I'll show you guys in a second, but I wanted to show you guys what I'm gonna do. Now if I screw in on this side, pretty simple. These are now one piece. So I'm gonna put 3 screws in, and then I'm gonna go ahead and make those pocket holes. So the pocket holes on this side might be able to work. I already did some pocket holes, but I made them too big, so. the end of the night shows that I have this whole side completed. It is a full completed wall. It looks good. This little crack right here needs to be wood filled. Same with this guy right here. We already bought some wood filler, but everything is looking really nice, actually. I'm really impressed how things are going. Also, that light works. That light works. And the other side also works. It's just not hooked up yet. So, I will see you guys tomorrow when I come back and finish up. Okay, so we're about halfway through today's video, and we have run into the problem part of the video. It is the springtime of Missouri, okay? And that means we can get up to temperatures to like 70, 80 degrees during the day, but still drop down to like 30 degrees at night. And that causes a problem for our vinyl flooring, which I did not know before. As Audrey is walking around there, it is starting to bubble up. All of this right here is in direct sunlight. So I think it's getting too hot during the day, and then at nights it gets too cold, and now we're getting bubbling. I just called a buddy of mine, and he said there's a chance that it's the adhesive that I use to glue down the middle part of the floor. Our solution, at least for now, is to put heavy things on it. I'm hoping once we get furniture in here, maybe the heavy things will keep it from not doing that. I hope. Well, let's see what happens. I don't know. Okay, so load check. I went ahead and did all of that you can see. The wall is not completed. Right here, it needs to come down, and I need to cut it a little bit. I'm gonna take the Dremel. I'm gonna do that here in just a second, but I wanted to give you guys a little update. I've gotten most of that all in. Now I want to update and check on the floor. But it's not too harsh. I guess we're gonna leave it. I don't want to redo this floor, like I said. The bow was right here, and it does seem to actually go away. It does actually seem to have disappeared. I don't feel no more bubbles. I don't see no more bubbles. So with that, my plan is to keep the floor out of direct sunlight as much as possible coming into the next few months. And when we're in pretty hot places, I'm gonna go ahead and back my van up and put it in the same spot it's in, but just turn it around, so that way the passenger side where the sliding door is out of the sunlight. Very, very lucky on our part. I'm gonna back the car up, and I'll see you guys in a second when I do a little bit more work on this wall over here that I showed you guys. Okay, so I am done for the weekend. Actually, it is Sunday. It's about 6:30 at night, and I gotta start picking up. I haven't eaten literally anything today, and on top of not eating anything today, I've done this whole wall. I went ahead and cut this piece all completely out. This is all one piece. This little sliver, and then this big piece, and then I had to cut out right here. I also, here towards the end of the day, I went ahead and started sanding off some of these edges to make them all nice and flush with each other, so that way when we put the wallpaper on, everything will be nice and even. I'm gonna go ahead and start packing up, and I will see you guys next weekend when I come back in and finish the framework, or not the framework, but like all this plywood. I'll finish up the plywood. Dude, get out. Dude, get out. Come on. Get the heck out of here. Come on, baby boy. Come on, dude. Dude, are you kidding me right now? Bro. No, that's get the heck out. Come on. Come on. Jesus Christ, brother. So I'm starting this work week on the van off, actually on Sunday. I didn't get to work on Saturday yesterday because my cousin was moving, so he needed my van for help, and of course he's done so much for the van, I didn't even bat an eye. So I definitely emptied out the van, went over there and helped him, and then when we got done moving everything to his house, it actually started sleeting on us a little bit, so that was kind of crazy. I know, just a couple, like last week, we were having problems because it was too hot and our floor was bubbling. And this is a good time to tell you guys, if you haven't already, go down and hit that subscribe button. Go ahead and turn the notifications on, because in the near future, our videos are going to change drastically from DIY projects like this one to actually adventure and animal adventure videos. Okay, so Sunday kind of got wrapped a little short. I'm actually out of screws that I can use. I need different size screws right now. I still need to get the pocket parts suctioned up to the framing so it looks a little nicer. I went ahead and did a couple more pieces on the passenger side today. I also went ahead and put in some pieces of plywood inside the pocket areas. But then I ran out of screws and I've kind of just been unmotivated today. I'm helping a friend's dog get her leg amputated. She got hit by a car. So I don't really have a whole lot of money to spend on the vehicle this week. Next week we'll be able to spend more money on the vehicle. So this project took a little bit longer than I thought. There's not a whole lot of things that were like difficult, but a lot of it was time consuming, more time consuming than I thought, because I had to cut around all of these light switches and such. I've also went ahead and cut out the 2x4s needed to go around the light switches in the pockets. Again, I just don't have the screws for them, so they're not screwed in, but they're cut out and ready to go. But that's going to be it for this weekend, and I will see you guys next weekend. Okay, so little update. I wanted to show you. So we had the pockets looking like this, where they kind of came up and gave us a little like shelf here to put our phones and stuff. That's not actually going to stay like that. So I went ahead and I switched this side over to how it's going to actually be, and I think it's going to work a lot better. And the reason why, when I go ahead and try to suction the back here forward so that way it's all flush, I get a hole like this if I keep the shelves. It allows me to suck that piece of dry or plywood from the back up to make it all flush and even and look nice. And then Audrey's gonna come in with wood filler and fill in all these cracks here and sand it over, make that all flush so it's all one flush, you know, wall. And then she's gonna put the wallpaper up. Right now I'm doing some small detail work stuff, sandpaper and stuff down, putting some pieces of plywood in where they need to be. Okay, so next episode we're gonna have a special guest. I'll give you guys a hint right now. Okay, so I think I have the piece cut out for this section. It's really now time to try to squeeze it in here. Now, I did the other one while Audrey was here, and Audrey is not here. So, I'm gonna go ahead and move this light up just a little bit. Give me 1 second. So we're gonna start by shoving it up top. Okay, perfect. Went ahead and got these bad boys out. Okay, so there's a little piece that is restricting it. I'm gonna take the Dremel and go ahead and just give me a little extra room here. Okay, so from that other angle, I don't think you could tell, but down here at the bottom here, my issue, what I'm trying to do right now is shove this down so it's flush, just like that. So I want it to be tucked behind here, like the other side is, but down here in the corner, this piece of 2x4 is kind of in the way. So I'm trying to get in there, and I've been using this guy. Try to take some space away. Okay, so I got it in. Here, I can do this. Since I messed it up right there at that bottom that you can see, I'll just flip it around. There it goes. So now that can be wood filled up. Now I'm gonna go ahead and screw this in and get the other piece in too, and I'll see you guys in just a second. Okay, so I got both pieces in. It was a pain in the butt. I need to go ahead and put the piece of wood that's gonna go behind both of these, so that way I can screw them in together and make them one piece. So I'm gonna put another piece of Luan behind these two in the middle so I can screw into both sides. And then after that, I need to go ahead and put this wall up and put this light back up. Okay, so I went ahead and I finished this side up. I'm not 100% finished. I'm gonna go ahead and 100% it before I leave, but this wall is all I'm doing today. I have been working for about 5.5 hours, and I haven't had anything at all to eat today, so I'm kind of hungry. I mean, there's a lot of places that need work still. Right now, I'm in the stage of kind of just problem solving stuff. Like I'm problem solving this little clip right here because it's not even, so tomorrow I'm gonna work on that. Down here a little bit, I'm not 100% sure if you can see it. Down here is what I need to continue for this wall. I don't have a big enough plywood piece to fit that whole thing. I want that whole spot there. After that, this corner here is not the best corner. So when I get up in the car, I always want to grab it like this and use it to push myself up. So I need to make it sturdy because down here it's pretty flimsy. You can see it moves quite a bit. But behind this part, this is a little bit towards the top. I'm putting this piece of 2x4 here, and it makes it so much sturdier. So I think I'm gonna line 2x4 in this whole space here, so that way this whole thing becomes more strong. And then I'll come in with the Dremel, and I'm going to carve out, you know, so it's kind of the same shape as the side of the van here, kind of comes in a little bit. So I'm gonna basically chop all of this off here and leave it just right there, and then we can put wallpaper over it, because this corner's kind of been scary for me to tackle. But I think we figured it out today. I'm gonna continue to do that. So the van's kind of shaking my camera. I'm gonna hold it here, so I'm not gonna move. I'm behind the camera. Right down here, I think I'm just gonna bring the wall up to it. So I'm gonna put some more 2x4s kind of standing up, and then put a 2x4 on top of that, and just bring that up. Same thing for this side here. I'm gonna bring it out a little bit more. And then for this side, we have the knob that's right here. The knob's right here. I need to pull that knob out a little bit so it sticks out farther than the wall. And then I'm gonna do the same thing on that side. But I wanna be able to use that window, so I had to pull that out somehow. And then after that, then it's just up here, really. I gotta figure out what to do with that cord. But on the roof, kind of like on the top of the camera here, you can't see it, but I had to put another piece of plywood up there too. Just a couple of problem solving things left to do, and then we're really done. But it's starting to look really, really good. I'm super excited about it. I'm gonna finish up tonight, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Okay, so today I wanna first start the day off by explaining to you guys why there's not a battery there right now. So, if you guys remember, we have this inverter, which you can kind of see right here, and then right next to it there was a battery that the solar panels charged up. Well, that battery got kind of messed up, so give me 1 second. I want to show you guys. Sorry if it's a little windy and loud, but this stick right here in the middle, there's a big tree right in front of my grandparents' driveway, so when I drive up here, I usually drive past this tree. And this stick that's right in the middle of the screen, roughly right in the middle, right here, this guy hangs down really low, and me and Garrett's best bet is that this limb, this tree branch, is a little too low, and it actually hit our solar panels and hit the connectors, which got them disconnected. And I continued using our battery, which drained the battery down to 0, which is not good for the battery. So Garrett is trying to repair the battery, but we may have to buy another, you know, $1,600 battery because of this branch. Okay, Missouri is pretty warm today, and I was able to show you the waviness in our floor when it gets too hot. Like, it is bumpy and wavy. There's a big air bubble right here. There's one off camera a little bit, but it's only when it's only in the spot that's in direct sunlight. So again, that reassures me that it is heat that is fluctuating the floor. It's starting to bubble up really bad, so I'm gonna go ahead and put some heavy stuff on that before I continue work. I'm gonna go ahead and move on to this window right behind the driver's seat. I'm gonna go ahead and work on this. So the whole thing's actually gonna be brought up a little bit. Get some 2x4s and create another floor, not a floor, but like a shelf here. I'm just gonna move it up. so that way it goes all the way up to here. Okay, so now that I got this side over here, the window side done, I have realized that this window will forever be crooked. But that's okay, so I got all that done. I'm gonna go ahead and screw in the piece of plywood that goes on the top part of this lip here, and then also the piece of drywood that goes right here. After that, I'm gonna go over here to the other side where the door is, right next to the door, which is about like right here. We're gonna go ahead and put the plywood in that goes there as well. And then to finish today off, in the back of the van, I'm hoping to do a little bit of the roof right here. All this needs to be filled in. It goes throughout the whole van, so that needs to be done as well. And if you hear some rustling in the background, it's these guys. So I'm gonna get back to work. Okay, so that's it for Easter weekend. I thought I was going to be able to finish up this weekend, but I did not. I got super close to finishing up, actually. Next week, we'll get everything else sorted up. Audrey's going to start doing some wood filler, and we're getting super close. Like I said in the intro, there's just a lot that needs to be done in this video. So this video is probably a bit longer than what I would want it to be, and it came out a lot longer than I wanted it to be. So one thing I didn't really make clear is how I was going to cover up the seam between the wall and the ceiling. So I'm going to show you right now. So the wallpaper is all up, as you see. So we're actually finished, but I wanted to tell you guys how we did this. So it's just slanted the whole way down. Sorry if you can't see this very well. Maybe right here would be a better place to show you. You can see it's kind of cut off a little bit. It's allowing for those wires to go behind, but it's just slanted and connected on both. So that's it. I have went ahead and took out almost all, at least all the ones that I see. The screws that aren't flat, they have been all removed, or not removed, but I took the Dremel to the head of them and cut the head off, so now they're all flat and flush. I want to go in, there's some more sanding that I want to do, but I'm waiting for my sander to charge. It's currently charging. As you can see, Audrey here is working the wood filler, and I'll come back and show you guys when all the wood filler has been finished. Okay, so we're thinking today is going to be our final work day on the project. I hope we're going to get the video out to you guys really soon. I do have 2 more videos planned that'll be kind of smaller videos that won't take that long to make, edit, and throw out to you guys. But today, Audrey, as you can see, is finishing up all the wood filler. We got the rest of the wood filler that we need. We got the rest of the wallpaper that we need. To interfere for the final time for today's video, just to explain how the wallpaper works, it's super easy. I just didn't say anything really about it. We went ahead and bought it on Amazon, and it's super easy. It's just peel and stick. We go ahead and pull the back part of the wallpaper off. There's a sticky side on it. We go ahead and put some extra spray adhesive on it, and then you just put it on the wall. Super easy. I just didn't say anything, so back to the video. Yeah, I think you guys can assume what we got to do. We got to finish up the wood filler, finish up the wallpaper, and we're good to go. So I got to finish a little bit of a wall that is right above the sliding door. And then we also got to come over here and fix this area, but I don't think we're going to do that in today's video because this video is taking a long time. So once we get the wallpaper up, we're going to go ahead and put it out for you guys. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and I'm going to get started on it, and I will show you guys the progress we make here in just a minute. Finally, we are done with today's video. It took so long. Holy cow. Glad it's finished. I think it looks really well. The only thing we have to do now is wait for all the wrinkles that you can see. Wait for all of those to kind of work themselves out. Every single day we wake up, there's less and less wrinkles, so super awesome. As you can see, we're kind of built out in the van. We have some extra things. That is going to come along and next video. We are living out of the van currently, and we're going to discuss all of that probably in 2 videos. The next video is going to be a different video, but it'll be coming up really soon explaining our whole situation. We have a couple videos revolved around how we're currently living, our living situation, why we're doing our living situation, all of that fun jazz. Today's video is finally come to an end, so please go down and hit that like button. If you haven't already, leave a comment and tell me how annoying it was to wait for this video for so long. Thank you guys so much for watching. Also hit that subscribe button and hit that bell so you're notified every time I post. With that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great day, and I will catch you guys very, very soon, not in 3 months, I promise.